Welcome back. Friday night I gambled on catching the 410 sprints in action at Thunder Mountain Speedway. That didn't pay off as they were rained out. But Saturday I got a little luckier when I paid a visit to Thunder Valley Raceway. The night started off with the semi-late feature. Joe Pluta crosses the line first, but it's rookie Dave Lee in the 20 taking the lead by the time they were in turns 1 and 2. Jim Saylor follows suit to move into second place. Jeff Benson would later take fourth from Pluta before they enter turn 3. And just ahead of them, Jason Van Gilder loses the handle while running third. Greg Cornell Jr. has nowhere to go and suffers a little damage. A lap later, Cornell is just outside the top 5 and trying to pass Ray Sheets, but gets a little too loose to bring out the yellow. On lap 14, Lee avoids disaster when Dennis Collins spins right in front of him. Cornell rebounded to challenge Sheets for the 4th spot. Sheets would hold on to the position. Back up front, it's Dave Lee fending off Jim Saylor to notch his first semi-late victory. Dave, congratulations after winning the Pure Stock Championship, your first semi-late win.
Thank you. We had a lot of bad luck this year with, it's our first year with this car in this division. We had a lot of problems, things falling off, breaking, but we're getting that fixed up. We got to just have some good luck from here on out. I think luck's a lot to do with it also.
You're not giving yourself much credit because you were able to hold off Saylor, and certainly that's a feat in and of itself.
He's a tough cookie. He's been racing for years. He has a lot of wins. There's other guys, that are really good out there too. So to win in this class is really tough. I mean, it's definitely not easy.
This has to certainly give you a lot of confidence and momentum to finish off the season.
Yeah, we got to just keep chugging now. I think we're like 5th in points. I got to have the stars aligned for me now, and hopefully we can get up there closer and maybe make a run for it.
Benson finished 3rd ahead of Sheets and Cornell. In the Pure Stocks, Bill Replogle held off Tom Warren for the win. Here's the rest of the top 5. John Britsky in the 18 led the late models to the green. Just behind him, Tim Burkholder in the 02 is side by side with Gene Kane to sort out second place. Going through turns 1 and 2, cars get stacked up as the 20 of Sean Clark tries to pick his way on the low side. Chuck Kleiss seizes the opportunity to get around Clark going down the backstretch. One driver making his way up through the field was the 15 of Steve Everhart. Here he gets by Burkholder to move into 4th. On lap 5, Everhart drives it deep into turn 3 to take the runner-up spot away from Kane, but he's still a ways behind Britsky. On lap 6, Scott Rhodes positions himself inside of Dan Lee in a battle for 5th. Going into 3, a little contact sends Lee up the track, but he continues on. By lap 7, Everhart is inching closer to Britsky, but is still several car lengths behind. On lap 11, Chuck Kleiss maneuvers to the outside of Kane to gain the 5th position. On lap 23, Britsky has the lap car of Steve Gibney between himself and Everhart. There's contact between Gibney and Everhart, which allows Britsky to open up his lead. Moments later, Everhart tries to pass Gibney. There's more contact, with both cars hitting the wall. A frustrated Everhart then has a few things to say to Gibney as Gibney is exiting his machine. So how about we get back to some action under green, shall we? In a 2-lap shootout, Britsky is able to hold off Scott Rhodes to pick up feature win number 200. Well, John, you're called the Russian Rocket, and you lived up to your name tonight. You really shot out there and gained quite a lead.
Oh, we had a good night and a good track to run on tonight, so it worked out for us.
Everhart came from deep in the field to track you down. How much was he worrying you?
Well, I knew just from the heat race there that he was going to be a tough one to contend with tonight. I thought if he picks the right tires and all for his car, he's going to be tough. Also factored in that there would probably be a caution that would tighten us up, and that's when it all would count, and it did. It took just picking your line and making sure you hit your marks to keep what you got.
You said you were kind of worried that you'd get a caution. You were running out of brakes.
Yeah, my brakes had faded there. The way the car was set up, I had to ride the brakes quite a bit in the corners, and restart just brought it, made that problem a little bit bigger. So I was a little concerned, but it held together there good, and just worked with it.
Now the 15 and 31 had some issues. Did you have any issues getting by the 31?
No, it was fine. I mean, they gave him the caution or the move over flag there, and he seemed to hold his line real well. So I just watched and took the line below him there. It worked out good for me.
This was your 200th career feature win. Reflect back on your career. Did you ever think you could get 200 feature wins?
No, I didn't. I had no idea. I mean, this is great, and just the chance to run at the different tracks it did and have wins at different tracks is just, so exciting for us and the crew. They're just so happy, but it's great.
Britsky was followed across the line by Scott Rhodes, Sean Clark, Greg Fetters, and Chuck Kleiss. In the first of two four-cylinder 15-lap features, Robert Pluta edged out his twin brother Andrew for the win, with Casey Flegel, Jason Mullen, and Ian Will third through fifth. The field was inverted for the second race, so things get interesting when the faster cars start in the back like you see here. Here is Andrew Pluta working the outside of Keith Dieter for second, while Dan Jackson holds the lead. Once Andrew Pluta took the lead, he went unchallenged on his way to victory. Here is the whole Ray Wright Racing clan celebrating the win. Now, say that 10 times real fast. Ray Wright Racing, Ray Wright Racing. Anyway, Casey Flegel, Robert Pluta, Tim Thomas, and Keith Dieter complete your top 5 in race number 2. How about John Britsky? 200 wins? That's quite a career, and he shows no signs of slowing down. Coming up, we'll take a look at some special upcoming events for the week, including one for fans of vintage race cars. Stay tuned.